Yo, what is up, gang? Um, Before I start, there might be a increase in volume of my videos and stuff like that, and I'll be full blown transparent about it. I have a lot of things going on in my mind right now. I have a lot of anger. I have a lot of resentment. I'm very disappointed, frustrated, angry. So, music is definitely the vibe. The reason why I'm saying that is because you will most likely experience that I have certain videos that can be maybe a little bit negative or seem a little projectional or whatever. And there might be some truth to that. My videos will also be a little bit all over the place because I've already recorded some, but I'm pushing out and I don't really know if I want to upload them. To be honest, life is a little messy. In one of these videos, I'm talking about it. So if I upload this first and then upload the other one, you'll get a more in-depth detail about why. But essentially, I got fired. I got fired last Monday. So 3 days after I uploaded the video saying, "Oh, winds are in the sails," and like I'm on a journey, and like, ooh. And then I got my notice handed to me on Monday morning, and I was like, okay, well, fuck me, man. Cool. But, I'm not putting any, like, I'm not panicking. I'm actually okay. Like, I'm actually genuinely, I wouldn't say that I'm happy because I'm not. It sucks, but I know that I have options and I have multiple options. They're not safe by any means, but I know that I have avenues that I can go. I know that it's not the ideal. I know that it's going to be a tough period of time. I know myself, like, in many ways, like, truthfully, I should have probably gone to therapy. The way that my mind works is not always the most productive. It's not the most. Like, I'm the kind of guy that will sit with a whole bunch of emotions and then like put on my clown outfit and juggle those. But for myself, I'm like the main audience. It's like I stand in front of a mirror, and every time I drop something, like I start laughing manically about it, and like type shit, And I think in many ways, I can contribute this to like as a part of like me being vulnerable and sitting here with my clown nose on, like type shit, and put myself out on display. And for those who get something out of it, that's great. And for those who don't, like, it is what it is. And it's just an old dude sitting and yapping about shit that you don't really care about, It's, but one of the things that genuinely made me like question a lot of things is that like I've never like been influenced on public opinion. I have the environments where I need to adapt, like work and like friend groups and whatnot, but I wouldn't necessarily say that those are bad things. Like, those are good things. Those are a means to an end. It's where I want to adapt. It's where I want to be empathetic, you know? Like, I'm through and through me. But at the same time, there's certain moments and there's been certain things where I feel like I have tried to adapt and tried to be so considerate that I start losing myself in many, many ways. I can look at previous relationships. I can look at certain people that I've interacted with. And the truth is, like, on the surface level of things, when you look at me and when you hear me talk and the cadence that I have and the way that I speak and the things that I speak about, I think for the majority part, if you don't really know me deeply, I come off as like a pretty good guy, like a pretty well spoken, despite English not being my first language. You could definitely tell I'm not English, though I was. I think it was like Sunny. The majority of people will know who Sunny is, and God of Knives. He actually thought I was Australian. I don't hear that at all. I don't think I have an Australian accent. But I take it as a compliment, to be honest. Like, I'm very happy that when it's crunch time, for the majority part, I know how to pronunciate words, and like my grammar is failing me more often than I like to admit, but I have caught myself, using R and is the wrong way more than I should. But was and were, but again, I'm not fluent, I'm not native, and like I just it's a good way to like constantly talking and being able to have this space where I can catch myself as well. Where the fuck was I going with that? And that's it. That's what happens. I press the button and then I just start to talk about things, and because this is not something that, I'm highly uncomfortable. That's the truth. But I started to sit and think some things and about certain people, and I need to stop that. So, yeah, I'm fired. I have until November or end of October, and then I am jobless. To give some comfort to the people who are maybe well aware of the trials and tribulations that I tend to put myself through, I started to yoink myself into some old patterns and not being the calm guy that I've been for a pretty long time. Yeah, I'm okay. Like, I'm trying to find paths and avenues that do not pull me back into an environment where I let myself free in a manner that might not be the healthiest. And I hate foreshadowing, but at the same time, recently I have really started to embrace the purpose of fate. And it's a weird thing to talk about, because I think a lot of people will sit and be like, that's crazy talk. But over the span of the last couple of months, I have been starting to feel and see things that genuinely make me think like I'm losing my fucking mind. I don't do supernatural. I don't like manifest in ghosts and spirits and signs and visions and all of these different things, but it's been there, and that's fucking terrifying. Like it makes me feel like I'm borderline going fucking crazy. It makes me think that something is genuinely fucking wrong in my head, and I hate that feeling, because it's one thing is what everybody thinks. Like I like, if you think I'm crazy, fucking hell, man, join the fucking club. You know, everybody thinks that I'm a little bit local. Like, that's why people fucking enjoy hanging out with me. Like, if you don't fucking believe me, join Shearer's server. Like listen to the amount of fucking soundboards, and there's more that are not even public, because it's so fucking out there that it shouldn't be played in public, you know. And now with the monetization and like all this shit being public, it's gonna be great. Like, can't wait to be front page news in somebody's fucking story. I am obviously kidding. But yeah, it has been a really, really weird and wild last couple of months. I was very committed to working towards something, and then out of nowhere that disappeared, and it hurt a lot. My mom's health is deteriorating greatly, and then spiritually things started to happen, and that's what, like, I contributed all of that to the things that had happened to me, you know, where I thought, like, okay, I'm just like getting so exhausted and so like worn out. Like, I've barely been sleeping, you know, been under a lot of pressure, and it's tough, right? Because the type of person that I am, if I feel like I'm a burden or something negative towards the people that I love and care for, or I sit with a feeling that I'm not doing enough, or the efforts that I'm doing are being perceived as being pressure and negative, like, I don't mind it if you understand that it's coming from a better place. But when I question whether or not you do, that's where it starts to hurt me. Especially when I've opened the door for that. Like, that you're so close to me that I'm willing to put myself out there and hurt you, but it's for the better good, you know? Like, I take no enjoyment on clocking people on their shit, but I do clock them, and especially if you're close to me, because there's not many avenues you can go down when it comes to people saying one thing and then they're doing another. It's either that they're super fucking selfish, right? And that means that they can do it without thinking about what it does to the people around them. I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with you doing what's best for yourself if that's genuinely what it is, but I am also very big on respect and loyalty. Loyalty doesn't mean that you have to be in the vicinity or doing every beck and call that the other person wants you to. Loyalty to me is, I know where I have you. So even if you're doing something that hurts me, or that goes against my wishes, or that goes against who I am as a person, that doesn't mean that my loyalty falters. It's just meaning that I'm not going to be supportive in this venture. I'm not going to support you in something that I believe is not right. And even if it means like a downgrade in terms of how much we're hanging out or what I feel for you, the loyalty will still be there. But it'll be like obviously adjusted in the sense of like your meaning to me and your position to me will be changed, and so will the loyalty. But it doesn't just disappear. Like my loyalty runs so fucking deep to a fault, to it being to being painful. Like it low-key becomes my own detriment. And that's what I've had to experience twice in the last couple of months, where I've seen people take that shit for granted and treat me like shit. And I don't like to speak ill about people that I've had that for. I'm not a airing my dirty laundry type of person. I'm really not. Like I'm so private about everything that I'm doing. But I need to include this because it's massive in terms of where I'm going and how I'm feeling. You know, it's like, because I genuinely thought that was like certain trigger objects for me that made me think and feel that was why I started to like lose the plot. That was why I started to have like visions and dreams that I haven't had for like 20 fucking years. It runs that deep. And that's a scary fucking thing. Like, so I thought, that combined with mother's health and, my animosity building and building and building towards things that normally wouldn't like affect me, like Pokimane. They mention her name and I'm about to lose my shit. Like she's everything that I hate in a woman. And I dead ass mean that. Fake, two-faced, fucking opinionated to the point where it's like, bitch, you got nothing of productive value. Like you don't have critical thinking. Like, bitch, you went out and bought yourself an engagement ring, right? And you flaunt like virginity and your belief system and all that while wearing all of this like tight-sitting shit and putting yourself out on display and having all of your gooners pay for that fucking engagement ring, by the way, right? It's like the contradictory shit where I'm just like, ew. And I think, the fact that I've been like watching this in real time, my own circle, my own people, communities, like it's so hard for me to not be like, but it makes sense because Pokimane is Pokimane and she's like adored in this ancestral fucking dumb fuck environment where like people think that there's genuine love to be found, right? And like people don't give a fuck about boundaries and standards anymore. It's just like, oh yeah, I have a partner, but like it's just, I don't know, man. Like it's really really tough for me as an old school guy who like values family and old school traditions. Like my family, my future wife, all these different things, like that's the pride and joy of my life. Like that's the purpose, right? Like if I was here for materialistic shit, I would be pretty fucking happy right now, but I'm not. But it's also that, happiness is based on moments. Like I can be very very happy. It would be the equivalent, right, of like they call me and they tell me I get my job back. I'll be happy about that, but then I can get a call 2 minutes later, your mom has passed away. Then I'm not happy anymore. That's why like I'm looking for joy. I'm looking for things that are like sustainable, that are not based on moments, but that are based on time. That's why consistency and effort is so important to me. Words mean absolute fuck all. It's like it's the prelude to what is supposed to happen. You know, it's like an incentive. It's like, and that's why like with people, it's the thought that counts. Like no, it's not. It's really fucking not. Like I hate people who does that. Like I want to fucking headbutt them. I'll thank you for thinking of me, but not like valuing me enough to fucking put me in your action pattern. Like what the fuck do you mean? It's the same type of people who's like, well, at least we tried, or at least I tried. And it's like, did you? Did you? Really? 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 Like, is that the capacity that you have? Right? It's just, people are trying to get away with so much shit, and the accountability in today's and day and age, like, it's just non-existent. Like, we let people get away with all kinds of fucking shit. And yet we do witch hunts on people who are like doing things, right? But like, can you genuinely fucking like tell me that you wouldn't do the same thing? Like I don't know. It's so weird to me. Like, I look at this Ikuno situation, right, as a perfect example, right? Yeah, he fucked up, and yeah, he's an asshole, and yeah, he's an absolute moron for that, right? But what people are talking about is not really the fact that he has a girlfriend. Like, a lot of people understand that he has that, and that makes him a bad person. But the majority takes that I've been seeing is that, oh, he was going around like chasing girls, all this different shit, right? And I'm like, that's not the fucking issue here. Like, what does that make it like a difference that from you going to the club and dressing up and like it's a meat market, and it's usually the exact same fucking people who said and get butthurt, right? Who's juggling people on their roster, on their Valorant, on their Marvels, on their fucking like, who uses Twitch and gaming as a fucking dating app, or like the center of validation and attention. Dude just took it further and got some pussy. Like, I can't be mad at that. Shit. Flaunt it if you got it type shit, you know? Like, the morality in this for me is the fact that he had a girlfriend. That's bad. That's really bad. The fact that he lied about not having one, that's really bad. I feel like terrible for the girlfriend. But like, these hoes? No. Not at all. Whatsoever. Like, in the slightest. I don't feel bad. Because like, it takes two. And you were willing to go there anyway. You know? Like, the majority of these chicks hit him up. And even if he hits you up, you're not obligated to respond. But it's so fucking easy. Like, he manipulated me, and like, he wanted to have sex, and I don't do that, so I gave him head. What? Like, am I supposed to be sympathetic with you that, well, he wanted pussy, but you were like, I don't do that on first date, and then you went on your knees and full fucking throated him and swallowed him clean? Like, you're not gonna get my sympathy. If you didn't want to be with him, walk for the door. Or maybe try to be like, hey, I'm not here for that. And yeah, that's going to be awkward. And yeah, that's not going to be great for you. And yeah, that's life. That's so life. Congratulations, you're an adult now. Beyond taking a dick down your throat. Like, just as, you know, him quote unquote pushing you to the bed and you freezing, right? And then he asks if he can come inside you and you're bad of hearing. Like, wouldn't it have been an idea to be like, hey, you can't come inside of me if since he was going? But like, no, you were paralyzed, right? It was basically him doing something you didn't want, despite you living in his hotel room and barely knowing him, and the night before you had his dick down your throat. But hey, like, so like you're brave enough and strong enough to go out and hang out with this guy. And also, by the way, in the video saying that he's cute, and that's probably why you went, right? So, but then when it comes down to it, you're not brave enough to tell him, hey, you know what, I'm not on the pill, so maybe don't dump your load in me. I just let it happen. Instead of asking like what he said, you just right, and you were just laying there lifeless, no like gasping or enjoying it whatsoever, that this $1 million streamer is about to pump his load inside of you. Yeah, no, I get it. Like 100%. You were just wrong place, wrong time, wrong action, you know, and you just let it happen. Like, why would you have any accountability? Why would we not sympathize with the fact that you don't understand how to say no, and you're just uncomfortable with being uncomfortable, you know, that it's awkward, then rather get dick down and go on the internet and paint a picture of a guy who is basically just expecting something when a girl wants to be in the same hotel room as him and she gives him head and allows him to put his dick inside of her. Yeah, horrible fucking guy that is. You know, it's just these chicks, man, like, it's the same thing. Like, how can you get offended about being called a whore when you do OnlyFans and these type of services? Like, I don't get it. How do you get obsessed being sexualized when your VTuber's tits out? How do you get upset about being treated as an object when the main purpose of fucking Twitch and VTubers in particular are objects? It's art, it's drawings, it's like mechanical, like look at me being cute anime girl, ooh, like the whole fucking thing is based on objectification. It is, because it's not you, right? It's not who you are. You're not a vampire princess or a fucking sunlight goddess or a fucking demon daughter or whatever fucking creative titles we come up with for this like charade. And again, I'm not hating on it if we own that, but again, if you have art that insinuate and indicate that you want to have your stuff out there, don't be upset when someone is calling it out and saying, oh, nice tits. Like, there's no way you can sit and defend jiggle physics on a fucking anime character. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're doing fan service, but then you're being upset about the fans being appreciative of the service and just being direct about it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, the double standard is so crazy. But, you know, again, all these brain dead fucking chicks are like, so unfair, like men are pigs. Yep, we are. That's exactly what it is. That's why I expect women to do better. Like, we're fucked in the head. Straight up. Because we're rational. We see, we like, we want to talk about it. We want to touch, we want to feel. That's why for generation and years it's been men ask women out, men take initiative, men provide, men do this, men do that. That's how it's always been. And now you coming out with your women empowerment, which I'm all here for, by the way. I don't believe that it should only be men who does all that. So I'm not mad at that whatsoever. In fact, I encourage that shit. I really do. I think it's great that women want more power. I think it's great that women wants to be seen more. I think it's great that women wants to stay in the forefront of things. I'm so fucking here for that. It would be fucking nice that sometimes women are like, I want to take you out to dinner. I know what I want to eat. I know what I want to wear. Whatever, whatever, whatever. That's great. I'm really, really happy about that. But now you also get a little bit of how it is to be a man, how it used to be a man. Because you're being judged and fucking weighed on every decision you make. We don't bitch and moan about it. When it's disliked, we just, okay, pivot, find something new. Where women is like, you make an active decision of putting yourself out there as an electronical whore who is putting herself on display, and now you're being upset about being called a whore. It's like, well, you know, I if you're playing a character, it's all good. I have no issue with that, you know, but it is like, it lacks so much authenticity to me that like you can sit there with characters that are tits out and like, oh yeah, I'm a succubus. Like if you go out of your way to call yourself a sexual fucking demon creature, you should probably expect that there's some people who will play a pun on that, and especially dudes who are down bad, because we are down bad by nature per default almost, you know. So it's like some of us just have like a little bit of wherewithal and maturity and understanding that like every woman does not want to be told that she like looks like someone you want to dig down. And then you can also add to the fact that it's fucking art. But again, where I am upset and where this is grinding my gears beyond belief is like, these women are not taking accountability for, they're projecting these characters as a representation of who they are, of what they want to be, of what they want to accomplish, of what their content is. And that character does not live without you turning on a camera that points to you, the person. That character does not speak and interact without you interacting and speaking. So it's your voice in a different body, and I don't give a fuck if it's art or if it is a robot or whatever it is. You are representative of that item. Own that, or make it very, very clear that this is not who you are, it's a character. If you do that, I'm good with it, right? But you can't sit there and cry wolf and be upset about things that you put on yourself. It'd be like me going like, oh man, I could really fucking use a foot bath, and then instead of using soap water, I fucking put acid in it, and I'm like, oh, I don't deserve this, my feet are hurting. Like it's that fucking, like, it's just such a funny fucking meme too, about the guy who's riding a bike and he has a stick in his hand and he's putting the stick in the fucking front wheel. He falls off and then he's like, oh, I don't deserve this. That to me is genuinely how I look at the majority of the VTuber universe. Like, fucking, yeah, fuck yeah, I don't give a shit anymore. Fucking retards. Like, straight up. Fucking retards. Refusing to take accountability, but wants all the clout, all the money, all the good comments, and all like, oh my god, your model is so pretty. Oh my god, thank you. But if a guy comes in like, oh my god, the jiggle fish is on those tits. Excuse me, we don't talk about that. It's like, you made it a part of your character. Why? Why even have it then? Right? Is it just so you can sit and stim your little ego because you're a flat-chested bitch, but on your character you have massive bazookas? Or is it because you have massive bazookas in the real world and you are just too fucking ugly, or whatever it is? Like, and again, like, this is not me saying you're ugly, but this is, there must be like a reason and a projectional value that does that you put this type of shit on a character, but you're too insecure, and for whatever reason it is, to put yourself on camera, right? I'm not just shitting on the VTubers, because again, Pokimane is not a VTuber, and look at her like preaching good values, virtue, all these different things, right? And how like women should be more empowered. And you know what, girl, if you want to have an engagement ring but don't have a man, buy yourself one. Treat yourself, right? And all billionaires are fucking assholes. All millionaires are fucking assholes. While flexing, she's going on big tours and events and spending shit ton of money on fucking God knows what. It's like, bro, it just, ew, you know? Like, it's wild to me. It's genuinely wild to me. And again, now I know that there's some people who jump to the defense and be like, well, it's not like she chose to like have men sit and drool all over her. No, but again, understand what you're doing. Take accountability for what you're doing. Like, have some fucking, have some wherewithal to be an actual somewhat. I'm not asking for a lot here. I'm asking for situational awareness and a little bit of insight and a little bit of like self-awareness, right? That's all. That's all. It's not that difficult, right? It's like, I don't want to be defined. Like, I won't let any like man on the internet control me. And like, if a bunch of guys are saying that I have a fat ass or like great tits, and again, that's cool. I'm not telling you that you should. You should be able to. In the ideal world, yes, you would be able to do whatever you want without anybody commenting on it. But then again, if you go out and flaunt it and show it and shake it and bake it, again, reality sucks. The truth hurts. You will have guys who sit and judge you, and then add to the fact that you're fucking stupid and you're talking upon things that you have no fucking understanding of. Because again, you're not just saying that that's your opinion. No, you're saying these things as it is like a universal truth. So not only are you deluded, but you're also fucking arrogant. Right? That's why in all of these videos that I'm making, I'm never talking about how I am right. I'm talking about how I feel, how I see things. Massive difference. And then you can think that I'm deluded and I'm not having any like insights or self-awareness or whatever the case may be. And I'm completely okay with that. In fact, I welcome it. Fucking hate me. Leave me. Because I'm better with fewer people around me. That's where I really shine. And that's the truth. Because I'm not looking for that. I fucking hate mass appeal. I don't want to be in the spotlight. Like, my ideal world would be that whatever I say and whatever I do has an impact. But it's an impact that is quiet. That people take something from it and work on themselves instead of coming to me and giving me praise for it. That's why, you know, Matrix is like a perfect example of, you know, we've known each other for quite some time. And he's like my little brother, and I've assisted him and spoken to him about a lot of things. And he has this tendency to do this when we get in these like bro to bro moments where he's like, yeah, I don't know what I would have done without you, bro. Like, you've helped me so much, and like you made me grow. And I almost get pissed off when he does that, because it's not true. I can have been like an influence or like a contribution, but it's never me who sets the standard. It's never me who walks the walk. It's not me who talks the talk. Like, that's him, you know? And it kind of goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about taking the accountability. But then again, if you do that, right, you come off as arrogant. But hey, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Mr. Arrogant himself. Most of the things that I do, the thoughts that I have, and the things that I say, they come from a real place, because it's me. It's real. It's like things that I've that I've thought about and talked to myself about, things that are going on in my head, things that I'm observing. That doesn't mean that it's true, but it's true for me. And then again, delusion, maybe, potentially. Is it though? Not really. Or every like, is every VTuber a fucking deluded cunt? No, they're not. They're not. There are probably some really, really nice ones out there. Like Powder is one of the people I actually kind of fuck with. But she's also hella controversial. And I dare to say that if I had the platform to sheet it, I would be considered controversial too. I say some fucked up things too. Like I'm out here like fully fucking blasting every fucking bullet that I have. And like a lot of them are actually hitting the friends and the people that I love because they're VTubers and have certain traits. That doesn't mean I hate them. It doesn't mean that I dislike them. And they know how I feel. They know, and I have traits that they don't like. You know? Like I do plenty of things to fuck up too. Like choosing people that like and then sticking around these people for way longer than I should because they're fucking disrespectful little cunts. If you know, you know, and you do know. So it's like it's okay. Like we all have shit, and the ideology and like the things that I think and believe and the standards and the like boundaries and all this different shit. I know that like it's a select few that understands those, and there's a select few who 100% gets behind them, and there's probably some people who will say that they don't get it at all, and like we're living in a different time, different generation. It's not how it used to be. All these different things. I get that. Like again, I have enough situational awareness and understanding that like times have changed, but I just personally don't think it's for the better. I think instead of people being real with themselves and sitting in a fucking dark room and thinking about why they're feeling like fucking losers, they jump to Discord and Twitter and Twitch to get their validation and get their attention, and then they continue to be horrible people. But it doesn't change the fact that if the internet went off and you had no fucking option to sit other than to sit with yourself, you will feel like a complete fucking loser, and you'll feel like big parts of you are missing because you put all of your personality and you put all of your attention and intention on the fucking internet. You can't survive without that shit. It's like becoming like claustrophobic. You're like the walls are fucking coming in on you, and you're like, oh my god, I feel so horrible, and like my friends, like, and I think, you know, especially in this day and age, like I see that and I hear that, and I've spoken to people, and I'm not trying to be offensive with it, but there are a lot of people who are sitting with that feeling of like, oh, what if I'm gone for some time, or what if like, will I lose all my friends if I don't stay connected? Will I lose everyone if I'm not joining Discord every day? Will I lose? To me, like, that's such a big problem. Because it's a reflection of how you see yourself. That you believe that if you don't constantly stay present and you constantly feed their fucking ego, you will lose your friends. Those are not friends. Those are like... I don't even know what to call them, like tools of escape, like your shield to being real, like to having your actual feelings and confronting yourself about the things you don't like, because you're constantly feeling like a certain validation and where you matter when you're around people. That's life, and life is not easy. Like, trust it. This comes from a guy who hates himself on a really regular basis, and I do. Like, it's not fun to have these boundaries and these standards that I do. Like, I've lost a fair amount of people because of those. But that's also why the small circle is so important to me, because I know the ones who stick around, they genuinely fuck with me. They genuinely understand who I am. I'm not here to play pretend. I'm not here to be their bestie. I'm not here to be some kind of version for them. No, I'm me. And they are allowed to be them, even if they do shit that I don't like. Like, Shiro is like my little sister. I love her to bits, but I fucking hate that she streams. That's the truth. I fucking hate that she's in an environment that's filled with fake people, and like that, like the majority of the energy is fake and filled with frauds. That's the truth. That being said, though, if she's happy, I'm happy. If she gets hurt, it's on her own fucking dime. I'm not gonna be there and be like, oh my god, oh no, sissy, that's like so bad for you. Like, that this person hurt you. Like, who could have seen that coming? Like, I'll be straight up about it and be like, well, I'm not fucking surprised. I've been there. I haven't found many real people in that environment because it's all characters and it's okay. Not everything has to be real and hard work and effort all the time. But that's also why I'm saying, like, if you have a small circle with the people that you love and that's where you put your main energy, it's okay to have these little detours and go out and do things that, like, maybe are not a full representation of who you are. And if it has a means to an end. For sure, I know it's her art. She's currently doing a summer event and she's fucking killing it. And she's making bank off of that. And she wants to be an artist. How can I hate on that? That's a perfectly valid and great reason for, like, and a good way to do it. And I had this conversation with her before she debuted. So, like, I see the positives and I see some nice people in there too, but I just don't see a lot of real people. You can still be super nice and it could be a cozy, good environment, but I'm also being so realistic about what I meet there because I know the majority of reason. Like, if you go to a lot of these streamers, all of them are fucking disabled. And I'm not trying to be a dick about it. Like, that sounded so bad. But I'm standing on my business on it. When you go, like, oh, I have autism. Oh, I have ADHD. Oh, I got ADD. Oh, I got this. I got that. I this, and that. Social anxiety, whatever the fuck it is, right? And it's like, there's nothing wrong with it. But I mean, fuck, you're sick. But what I mean is, like, there's nothing wrong with streaming if you have all of these things. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm also saying is that, to me, it's also a really, really dangerous place to be, because you're surrounding yourself with a lot of people who also have a lot of, I don't want to say predatorial traits, but there are people who are using this as a hookup platform. Hi, Saikuno. Right, and you and stuff like that, because, like, there's nothing wrong with, like, if you're out here, like, trying to find yourself an e-kit and, like, shit, go for it. Like, who the fuck am I to judge? Right, like, it's Simbo City, right? Fucking hell, man, it was a majority of my fucking content for a while, so I get it 100%. And I'm not like, I don't think it's a good thing, but it's there and it's present and it is what it is. But that being said, you know, if you're using this for all the right reasons, right, to cure your social anxiety, to feel like you belong, and you can use it as a tool to move to bigger and better things, in my opinion, how am I supposed to sit here and be upset about it? If it does something good for you, that's great. But I have no sympathy or empathy for people who are crashing and burning when it comes to streaming. Like, the amount of people in just my circle alone, and not my inner, but, like, just the environment that I'm in, like, oh, I'm gonna take a hiatus, like, life is really tough right now. It's like, I can't even, like, and I'm gonna miss you guys so much in streaming. And it's like, there's a massive difference, right? Like, because personally, I think hiatus is a very valid. I think a hiatus is something that can be a beautiful, beautiful thing, where you prioritize as you should, right? So if the reasons are right, and if there's something valid to it, I can appreciate that, and I will always support that. But the amount of fucking people that I've seen who are, oh, I'm gonna go on high, and to be honest, like, I can hold myself accountable here too. The amount of times that I'm retiring, guys, like, I can't do this anymore, I fucking hate this place, only to show up a couple of months later. Yeah, no, I'm also a piece of shit. Again, holding myself accountable on that 100%. Like, playing with people's hearts and their emotions, and it's not because of that, but in the spur of the moment, like, that's what I feel like. I'm done with this shit, I don't want to do it anymore. But that's the sad thing. The reason why I've done it is not because of making content, it's because of the people, it's because of the environment, it's because I'm getting sick and tired of, like, looking around and seeing the people in it, you know? Like, it's sad, really. But, like, the hiatus shit is pissing me off, dude. It's like, Like, oh, I have a little mental boo-boo, so I'm taking a hike. Nope, that's just a break, and you don't have to fucking advertise it. Like, seriously, you're not streaming to a million people out there. Like, if you need a break, just take a fucking break and go live when you want to go live. You know, like life is tough. Like, and if your viewers are like privileged enough to not fucking know that, then fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Let this be their first lesson. I'm like, oh, that's my favorite streamer. No, but in all seriousness, like, but again, that's what it comes down to, like, right? The attention, the like, oh, please sympathize with me, or like, life is so hard right now, and like, I need everybody to tell me that I should come back immediately. Like, fuck off, you know? It's like I'm so fucking like, if you're genuine about your content and it's like a serious situation, right? Whether it's work related or whether it's health related or whatever it is, right? And when I'm talking about health, I'm not talking about, oh, I'm feeling like so boo-booey right now, I'm so tired, I'm so drained, like I'm and like you guys don't sub enough and like money is tight, and like, if it fuck off, you know. So it's like, if it's a genuine fucking reason, I have no issue with a hiatus. But I've just seen so many bullshit reasons for a hiatus that pisses me off, you know. And you know, to speak to my own, like the last time I quote unquote retired, like I made a big deal out of it because I knew what it meant to certain people, and that I was streaming, and that like made me really really happy. But I also think, for me, like, I wanted to finish on a proper note. Like, I wanted to make people understand and know that I do genuinely appreciate when they show up and when they watch these fuck ass videos of me rambling on about nothing. And you know, Shiro in particular, like, Shiro is like the main catalyst of why I streamed in the first place. Like, she made me incredible art, always supportive, always encouraging, tried to push me in a positive way to become more, because she believed in it, you know. So it's like, I don't think that I felt like, oh, I'm letting anybody down, because like, that's not for me. Like, if you're sad that I'm not streaming, well, fair enough, and I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm not letting anybody down. Like, why would I do something that I don't want to do? Like, and why would they feel let down by that? If anything, they should be celebrating that I'm finally leaving something that I don't want to do. But that's the thing, like, that's the sad part of it. I do like making content. I do like this, of just sitting and talking and letting it fucking rip and just say whatever is on my mind. You know, like, I don't care how many people listens to it. I just hope that some of it fucking resonates. Because that's what, like, I think in many ways, what I'm trying to do beyond like protecting myself and allowing myself to put the thoughts that I have in my head into words, because I've tried the writing thing, it doesn't do much. But this, like, it's like, you know, like a heavy breath, like, okay. So it's like, it's a good way for me to get all of this out, because I don't need to like back and forth. I don't need the reciprocation. I don't need to get validation of like, oh, what you're feeling is supernatural. It's like, I fucking know, like, that's the thing, but it's still there, you know. So like, but it is difficult. Like, it is difficult to thrive in an environment like it's like working in a fucking office booth where you love your fucking job, but like the next door neighbor in the cubicle, he's sitting there fucking shitting all the time and farting, right? So you're just sitting, like, you feel like you're getting suffocated, because like, it's horrible. It's a horrible fucking work environment. And that's exactly how I feel about streaming. Like, I feel like I'm sitting in an office building with people who are just stinking of shit. You know, and that sucks, man. That really sucks, because I do enjoy making content, but it's hard to look past that. It really is. And I don't know why it's that hard, but I think it is just like this deeply profound need that I have for myself of like authenticity, you know? And that's a me thing, 100%. 100%. Anyways, this became an hour out of nowhere. Just stay real, you know? That's all I'm asking, man. Like, that's all I want. You know, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. But if you do OnlyFans, be okay with the fact that you're gonna get like objectified. You're being treated like a whore. It's like, it's low key what you do. Let's be real. You're making money of your body. The same thing, like if you stream, like, be okay. Like if you, that's like the thing for me. If you put yourself out on display, like you should be okay with being judged. Like not everybody's gonna be your best friend. That's maybe the biggest fucking lesson that these whack ass streamers needs to learn and understand. That like, yeah, no, there's no reason for people to go out and be there's no reason to go out and be mean, right? So if you come across somebody who's playing a video game and they're shit, no need to go out and say that they're shit, right? Find something else. Just as like there is no reason for you, like, again, sensible, to go and see a pretty woman and then be like, oh my god, you're beautiful. But then again, you put your cam on and you're sitting there putting yourself on display. Like, what is it that you want with that? Is it just for yourself so you can feed your fucking arrogant ego and while you look at yourself? Or is it because you want the compliments? I only want girls. I'm like, okay, fair enough, cool. But again, self-awareness, be fucking real. Like, you know, that's why I'm saying, like, stop. Just stop. Be real about it. Take it for what it is. But it also shows your intent, right? If you feel a need to put yourself on camera because it gives more quote unquote engagement, it also shows that you're willing to put yourself out there, right? If you want a paycheck and you know you got nice tits and a great ass, like, yeah, I have no issue with you doing OnlyFans or Fansly or whatever the fuck these platforms are called, or Patreon and stuff like that. But just understand that you're putting yourself out, selling your body for money. Not to be used, but like, kind of, because Goon Squad, you know? You know, it's the fewest of subscribers to these type of things that aren't just there to look respectfully, you know. And if you're all good with that, like, who am I to say that you shouldn't be? You know, go get your bag, go do your thing. But you low-key out here selling yourself to get the bag in a bodily form, also known as somewhat prostitution. But I know that prostitution is a sexual service with direct physical touch, so I guess you're good. But like, you're one step away, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, like, if you have a certain type of behavior and you're being called out on that certain type of behavior, you just gotta embrace it, right? And if you're already to that point where you're okay with like putting your body out there and doing all of that, like, I don't understand why you're getting up in your feelings. But it is genuinely like the same like argument, like when women do this, right? I saw some deluded cunt on Twitter having some rampage of like, why does all men think that I'm posting for them? It's for the girlies. And I've also been served that for myself. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's great, man. That's awesome. Like, either you're friendless and have no people that you can share that with in private, also because she was like really out there, or it is because you just want every fucking attention, but you don't want the people who are like overly like direct and tell you that you got nice tits or a nice ass or whatever it is, right? But that's the thing, you put yourself out on the internet, you can't just select a fucking certain group that you cater to. And chances are you're gonna get more male attention than female attention when you do those type of pictures anyway. Because we're animals. You know, type shit. So just use your brain. I know it's hard, man. I know it's really hard. Must be tough. Like carry thoughts and sensibility. I get it, man. It's not an easy thing. But you can't be selective in where you go into a marketplace and like, you know, if a hooker goes into red light districts and stand in a window, she knows what usually happens, and that is somebody's gonna come in and pay for her and fuck her brains out. It's kind of the same if you put yourself out on Twitter, Discord, Twitch, and you have down bad type shit, right? You can always talk about how innocent it is or that it's art if you're a VTuber, but at the end of the day, you're a representation of that. You're the one putting it there. You're the one sending a signal that you want to be acknowledged for that. You want it to be seen and you want to have reactions to it. That's it. Because if you didn't want public reaction and you weren't about validation and attention, you know, no, even then you could do it for validation and attention, but you would share with the people that you love and that you care for and where the mattering, like where the opinions should truly matter. But then again, we're all living in a society where everybody needs to get their day tits and ass and dicks glazed by fucking strangers and anonymous people on the internet, because God forbid that we go a day without some stranger giving us a compliment, or our little e-puppies and e-kittens are not getting stroked. So, yeah. Anyway, I will wrap this video up as I've hit 1 hour, which is fucking horrid. I hope you have a good day. Whatever. Catchphrase. Cat. Fuck me. I barked and meowed. I'm so back, baby. Expect Twitch streams coming in soon. Roof. See you guys.